Today we're unboxing this pack of pencils that I've been wanting for such a long time. Let's get into it. Are we ready? Yes. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I still can't believe I did because, yeah, these were expensive. I hope they're worth it, which is why I wanted to open the box, make sure that everything's okay and nothing was broken before I run out of time to send them back. So, it says on the box, Caran 100 Luminance 6901 plus a blender, pencil blender and a full blender. And when it says a full blender, I think that means the full stick is a blender. But we'll open it up and we'll find out very shortly. Be patient, be patient. The highest light fastness. So that's the front with all these beautiful colours on here. Permanent pencils, and on the back. So Luminance 6901 colour pencil combines the highest light fastness with the smoothness of a permanent lead. As a result of over 2 years research, the colours have been formulated from pigments selected for their purity, intensity and resistance to UV. Conforming to strict ASTM 6901 standards, Luminance 6901 will significantly extend the life of the creative professional's work. Caran is the only brand to offer a set of 100 colours where 80 colours are classified as Light Fastness 1, the highest level of the ASTM standard. To unify, mix and intensify the colours, a pencil blender and a full blender have been added to the range. So this just shows you what's in here. So the lead number 1 is the lead 3.8mm, smooth and permanent. 2, premium FSC certified cedarwood round pencils. This is the body. Number 3, here it tells you what the light fastness is. So like on the polychromos, they have a star. This actually has LF and then the number. So number 1 is the highest. So light fastness indicates LF1 or LF2, standard ASTMD 6901. And then 4 is this here, is the identification number and the name of the colour. And then number 5 is the glossy cap matches the lead colour. So on these particular pencils, it's the bottom bit that's the same colour as the actual colour of the pencil, not the actual wood. So I'm quite interested to see what these look like inside. Just on the bottom, this just shows you different years when they've produced different products. And we're on here. 2008 is when the Luminance was developed or released. And then they have pastel pencils and museum aquarelle. I've actually seen these and I quite like the look of them, but I need some more experience with watercolours before I go and make any purchases. But it looks like they've got a long line of different ways, different pencils, different things. So they've got the cheaper ones. The Pablo ones have always been on a lot of art channels, but the Luminance ones were the ones that made sense for me to buy. Okay, let's get into the box. Sounds like a nice quality box, feels like a nice quality box. I do like that the polychromals come in a tin. This comes in a box, and you'd think for the price there would be a tin inside, but let's check and see if there is, because I had no idea. No tin, but they are all in their own little beds. So we have, let's see if we can get this lined up a little bit better. So inside we have the little big concertina card, which we'll have a quick look over in a few minutes. But these are the pencils. Oh, they don't twizz like the others. Listen though. So let's get one of out. Let's go for this one. There's no reason why. So this is a wooden outer, and it says the name here, Caran Swish Made, Luminance 6901. Lightfastness is there, that's number 1. Permanent colour, par code, and then the colour on these. Colour on these is here. So this one's orange 030. Let's get one next to it and just see if the numbers are anything similar. No, the numbers are nothing like each other, so I'm not sure what the full range is of these. I think I got the biggest box I could find on the internet because I wanted to do it where I do a really big, wanted to do a really good video on this, and I wanted to test different brands out, and Caran is something that I've always had my eye on, and made that treat and purchase, not just for me but for you guys. You can feel the wood. It's not smooth, it's quite a rough wood. You can hear that. The pencil itself, this outside is nice and smooth, there's no splintering or anything like that. Obviously you can't check the barrel on these ones. Let's see if I can show you a pencil what I mean. I'll stop knocking everything over. So like with the Prismacolor pencil, you can actually see the middle. I'm not sure if that's going to pick it up. You can see where it is centered in the pencil. Something I have noticed straight away with these is the Caran is a lot wider to hold. These actually feel quite thin now in comparison, and I think that's only going to be a good thing for me, because pencils can be very difficult for me to use on certain days, so having that bigger size, although by only probably millimeters, does actually make a difference in the feel, and it's actually got more grip because you've not got that painted feel. Let me see if it's the same with the Faber-Castell ones. Yeah, so the Faber-Castell and the polychromals are a little bit thicker than the Prismacolor. And then, yeah, there might be a slight margin between these two, but that Prismacolor is definitely a lot thinner than these two guys. Which one do I like the best though? I mean, looking at the actual colours is always nice, but you always get these chips. I think that's why they put these ends on them. These are easier to grab if you've got them in a drawer. Obviously, normally laid out quite well. These are going to be laid out on my desktop for me to use as and when I need to, the same as the polychromals. I just think it'd be quite interesting to do a comparison with all three of those brands. I haven't got a big set of the Prismacolor. I'll show you the colour set that I have. This is the Prismacolor set that I have. I think there's 24 in there. That's the ones I currently have, so I can do some different examples. But I wanted to make sure I've got wax and oil based colours that I can try different techniques with. So that's the polychromal, actually. That's the Prismacolor. I'm going to put them back in my drawer like that because that's how I normally have them. And then with my coloured pencils, I always have a brush. And this is the blender that I currently use. This is the Derwent one. Out of all the ones that I've used over the years, this blender is a colourless blender and I really like it. It does need a clean. I need to sharpen this up because obviously I've not finished using this, but I always have a paintbrush to mix with the products that I use for blending these. Then I have a detailed one, more detailed work. Spade out a bit. So that's a colourless blender that I use currently, but apparently you do get a blender with this, so I'm excited to try these. Now these, that's the white. That's another white. This is the blender. Titanium buff. Now, so these are the actual colours. So you do get two whites with this one, which I'm quite happy with. And then these really do go into colours, you know, in between colours. They're like these buff colours. It's quite good. I'd like to see what the difference is between all these pencils, which I'll do in my next video. But let's see the next tray. So the trays that they're in, it's padded with quite dense foam all the way around the actual pencils. And then underneath there's a layer of foam. Obviously I'm not going to turn that upside down because all my pencils will fall out. But it's exactly the same as this dense foam, it's just a sheet of it going right across underneath the tray. And these have tiny, tiny little tabs that I'm going to struggle picking up each time. Unlike the Faber-Castell one, they have a nice little handle that you can pick up quite easily. Now obviously wood is wood and they have different colours of wood, and I'm not sure how well this camera's picking this up, but the actual body of the pencil is different on different pencils. Now obviously that's just the wood's natural colours. Myself, I think I prefer to have the non-wood colour. I think I prefer to have the actual colour all the way down the actual pencil. But it's not about what it looks like on the pencil, it's about what the pencil looks like on the paper. So I'm going to keep an open mind with that. I just think with these being such an expensive set, they should have put something a bit better than, you know, this on, and maybe give it in a tin rather than a cardboard box. It's not showing quality for the cost. I'm just hoping that the quality is in the quality of the pencil if it's not in the actual presentation. It's beautiful colours though. Second tray. And again, same, it's got this foam underneath to protect the pencils. And is this the last tray? Oh no, there's another one! So these are very vivid colours. These seem a little bit more muted. A bit more of the pastel side of things down there, which is really nice. I do like pastel colours. But you also, at the same time, you get very vibrant colours. Look at these two. I really like how vibrant them two colours are. Next tray. Now I think that is the Colorist blender. So it's a full stick Colorist blender. Full blender bright. So it'd be good to see if it actually makes a mark at all. I'm not sure what this is made of, although it feels just like painted wood. Obviously it's not, otherwise that wouldn't work. But it just says there, full blender, bright, Swiss made by Caran. Nothing to it as in like anything else to explain to you about. It's just a hexagonal blender. I'm not sure if you're supposed to sharpen this or use it as it is. I'm going to test that out whilst I do my next video. So that's your blender, and then these are very pale colours, so I can see me dipping into these for portrait drawings, things like that. I'm already getting some ideas. And then obviously there is a lot of vivid colours in this set that you could use for more things like non-realism, or even realism, like, you know, flowers and things like that can have some really vibrant colours. So, Caran. I now feel posh because I own some Caran. Let's have a look at the pamphlet that comes with it. Secret of light loving colours. Caran. Mason de Haute Esquature. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Écriture. I could have done with practicing this, but hey ho, never do that, do I? It's like reading instructions. Is emphasising its expertise in colour by offering professionals the Luminance 6901 coloured pencil. See, Caran thinks I'm a professional artist. A combination of the highest light fastness and the smoothness of a permanent lead. 2 years of research went into developing the formulation in the greatest secrecy in the Geneva workshops. Lightfastness in compliance with the highest international standards. This is basically what I read off the box. So it says, smoothness and superior covering power available in standard assortments. So according to this leaflet, the highest amount of colours that you can get is 100. And then there is also a portrait assortment, so 20 colours, and also in separate colours. So is the portrait assortment on top of this? I need to look at that, because portrait is actually what I'm going to be using them for, really. I do a lot of realism portraits, and yeah, I hope I've not bought the wrong product. I like quite a lot of the colours that are in here, so we'll see how it goes. Can't see me changing them now. Okay, so this just goes through what colours are included. So I'm looking at the 100 here, and pretty much, well, every single one of these colours are included. Let's have a look here. Yep, all included. So does that mean the portrait ones come with it? Yes. Okay, so the portraits are in this set, so you don't need to buy a separate one. Oh, they do a wooden box. Well, that's only 76. Why would it do it for the 76 and not the 100? You'd think if you were spending the extra money, you'd get the box with the 100 assortment. Very strange, but it is what it is. Okay, and on here it says a colourless mediums for mixing, blending, and intensifying colours. So that's something that you can purchase separate. I think this might be the blender. Didn't it say it includes a blender and a pencil? Yeah, pencil blender and a full blender, it says on the box. Pencil blender and a full blender. So where's the pencil blender? Did I miss that? Let's take these back out again. That might be it then. Yep, pencil blender. I wonder what the difference is then between this and this. I'm thinking this is basically what's inside this, but I don't know until I try it out. This just feels like painted wood. So I'm going to do some research on that and see what it actually does. And I'm going to obviously test these and film that for you guys. Yeah, I can see a lot of like nature colours here. I think they split it up quite well in different boxes, and then your vibrant and more this end and this. Okay, so that is Caran Luminance. Okay, so on the back, this is just a certification of the Lightfastness. So, okay, it's doing a before and an after, but a before and after what? Obviously it's time, before and after what time, but it doesn't, unless I'm reading it wrong, it doesn't actually tell you the length of time between these. But basically it's showing you that over time the colours are very unlikely to fade. You can see a slight difference with these two, but these ones are pretty much exactly the same. It's got -4, or less than 4, I really don't know. See if there's anything written that might help. Is there anything written in English? Oh, there we go. For Caran on this word, I'm not going to try and pronounce again because I couldn't do it the first time. Got less chance of doing it the second time. Security of products, respect for people and the environment are key conditions for the company's development. In the manufacturing of all its products, Caran uses recyclable materials or ones which have minimum impact on the environment wherever possible. The whole assortment of Caran products is designed and manufactured in Switzerland, living up to the demand of the Swiss-made real quality guarantee. All Caran products are subject to rigorous control. If, in spite of this, you should find fault, please send back the open package and indicate the fault, date and place of purchase. So it doesn't actually explain this. It says about certification, but doesn't actually have it in English. Oh, for God's sake. It's right there. No. Now I've seen it, I'll read it, eh? Certified ASTM, looking here. At the request of the Coloured Pencil Society of America, they've actually got a department for the Coloured Pencil Society. Only Americans. Only in America, there's no British one, but I've forgotten this unless it's just because they meet their standards, but they are Swiss, so I'm not really sure how that works. Okay, so let's see. The American standard, at the request of Coloured Pencil Society of America, the CPSA, the American Society for Testing and Material as Developed Standard, ASTMD 6901, to determine the light fast level of a coloured pencil. With Luminance 6901, these, Caran is the only brand to offer a set of 100 colours with 81 colours classified as the best category, which is Lightfastness 1. Under standard ASTM-D 6901. Now obviously Lightfastness is only really an issue if you're looking at selling your art pieces, or you are wanting to have that art piece yourself for an extremely long time displayed. Or not displayed. If you're just after just doing some basic drawings, there's not much point in investing in something like this, but if you are looking at doing this professionally, that is why they produce these with the Lightfastness. So it says, Caran d'Ache is the only brand, I've already read that. So it says, every shade has been formulated using finely ground pigments chosen for their purity, intensity and resistance to UV. Okay, this is now explaining what this is. So this is this. And it says, quantifies the difference in colour between two sets of specimens before and after exposure to light. Only coloured pencils with the LF1 or LF2 classification. Now this one where it says the same number but minus 8 or less than 8 are compliant with the ASTMD 6901 norm. Certified FSC, cut from California cedar, the Luminance 6901 colour pencils carry the FSC Forest Stewardship Council label, a guarantee of logging that is environmentally friendly and socially and economically durable. Caran d'Ache is a rarity amongst the world of pencil manufacturers, for it has obtained this level for both the type of wood used and its conversion in its Geneva workshop. Doesn't really tell you the difference between the dates or how long this has been left for. So basically they've ticked a lot of boxes in different standards that they need to make. Obviously they have high standards for themselves, but they also are part of this society that they've spoke about on this box. So that is exciting unboxing. Now I'm just excited about using them. So what do I draw? Do I do something? Should I just test them first? Yeah. I'm going to do a test on the next one, comparing this and the polychromos and some of the Prismacolor to get a comparison on the actual product itself, not just the way they look, because these do look very nice. Okay, that's today's video, guys. Thanks for watching, and hopefully you'll see me put these to use very soon. Stick around.